I'm Blackfoot Cherokee.
You Blackfoot Cherokee?
Yes, sir.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You got your little stuff and all that on today?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a little Cherokee too.
Okay.
Yeah, can I speak to you in Cherokee language?
I don't know as much as I supposed to.
I'm gonna show you how to say something, right? So you want to say, "Hey, black brother."
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm alright, bro.
Huh?
I got you.
You got me?
Yeah.
Did you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like every time I see one of my Cherokee brothers, I like to say, you know what I'm saying?
Represent.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Wakanda.
Okay.
Yeah, forever.
I used to ignore this shit, right? This Indian shit, this black Native American shit, right? Because, man, I'm from Texas, man. I'm down south. We hear that shit all the time. Everybody got some kind of affiliation to some kind of tribe down south, man. It's funny because the niggas will say, man, I'm Cherokee. I don't know how to break the news to them that the Cherokee wasn't even in Texas. Some of y'all might not like when you find out how that Native American DNA got inside your blood. Some of y'all might not like what y'all find out. Let's go. I had to sit down and get comfortable. This really started out with me reacting to a reel that I thought was funny. And somebody seemed to have a problem with that. And I said, y'all keep coming to me with this misinformation. So I said, you know what? Let me do a reaction. Let's use this as a teaching moment. Let's use this as a teaching moment, not an arguing moment, a teaching moment. Yeah, let's go.
Red Masters. Hello, everyone. I'm Sam Ford. Earlier this month in our 7 Inside Reports, I took a personal journey to look at a largely unknown chapter of black history when my ancestors and thousands of other blacks were slaves, not of the whites, but of the Indians.
What?
Well, a lot of people were...
What? Say it ain't so. You say the blacks were slaves of the Indians? The Native Americans? Oh, I bet a lot of my people never heard that, but let's go.
Who missed some of the segments and who wanted to know more about the subject. So today you'll see it all and more, and get your pencils. At the end, we'll have not a test, but an address and phone number where you can get more information.
Hold on, man. Before I go, I want to shout out that Truth and Racial Healing out of Dallas, man. For real.
Every summer at Tahlequah, Oklahoma, the Cherokee Indians sponsor their Trail of Tears pageant, the story of how the U.S. government robbed the so-called 5 civilized tribes of their homelands in the South and moved them by force to Oklahoma. They don't tell about the thousands of blacks the tribes brought with them, their slaves.
Hold on, man. So you mean to tell me that this story of the Trail of Tears, and they talk about how the Indians, the Seminoles, or whoever, and they forgot to mention that they had their black slaves with them? Let's go.
My mammy and pappy belonged to a part Cherokee named W.P. Thompson when I was born.
The woman reading is my sister, Elaine Ford Staton, but the words are those of our great-grandmother, Phyllis Thompson Pettit, whose Georgia-born parents were brought by the Cherokees over the trail. Johnson Thompson was Phyllis's brother.
Before that, Pappy had been owned by 3 different masters. One was the rich Joe Van, who lived down at Weber's Fall, and another was Chief Lowry of the Cherokees.
My cousin, Maurice Shepard, reading the words of his great-grandfather. The interviews were conducted 52 years ago here at Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, when both my great-grandmother, Phyllis Pettit, and her brother, Johnson Thompson, were in their 80s, part of a federal writers project. Now, both of them are buried in this cemetery. But after I read their words, I was set on a mission to find out how my family became slaves of the Indians.
Hey, man, I can relate to this so much because I did the same thing.